Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for yet another Diecast review here on the channel. Today we're going to be looking at another Authentics car from Wave 6 of 2024, and this one's going to be a really unique diecast right here. Here is Erik Jones and his 2023 Vast Racing Products Toyota Camry late model number 4 from the Snowball Derby. What a cool looking diecast this is. So if you guys didn't know, towards the end of 2023, as they always do, yearly we have an event called the Snowball Derby, which is pretty much like a big event for the late model scene. It's like their Daytona 500. It's a big deal. It's like one of those crown jewel races, right? Well, yeah, some cup drivers that participate in it. Of course, we had Chase Elliott, drivers like Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, and even Erik Jones, which this diecast right here is the Erik Jones car. Really, really cool. I really like this diecast a lot because it's the first Camry late model, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm really excited about that, to have just a different late model car. There have been a lot of Chevrolet late models, of course, from Dale Earnhardt Jr. and those type of teams, so it's really cool to get something new and different. So here's the back of the box. You're going to have, obviously, the other cars from the Wave. You're also going to be seeing some other diecasts from this Wave being reviewed here eventually. But today, it's all about the Erik Jones late model. This is an exclusive to the NASCAR Authentics line. You can only get it in the Authentics line. There's no way to get it any other way else, not in the Gold Series or any of that type of release. So, another fantastic exclusive. And we're about to review this brand new 2023, even though it's a 2023 being released in 2024. But, besides that, they're finally releasing it for us this year. And I'm really happy we got it. I do kind of remember this car being kind of teased to possibly be released, and then it got DMP'd, and then the Authentics, they brought it back. Just a fantastic exclusive. So without further ado, let's get this diecast out of the box. Alright folks, here it is, brand new out of the box. Man, it is just so freaking cool to review another late model car. The last one I reviewed was a Josh Berry Bass Pro Shops late model number 3. So it's literally been that long since I've gotten another late model. And this is also the first late model diecast that I've picked up from the NASCAR Authentics line. Mostly because this is an exclusive. You can only get it in the Authentics line. But man, just look how sharp and sleek these late models are. I have reviewed this mold before. It's pretty much the same mold for every car. And really the only thing that changes are the stickers for the headlights and such, the manufacturer identity. But the mold itself, it's pretty much a universal mold, so you can pretty much make any late model you want. And because of that, Lionel's able to release a boatload of these cars, of different drivers, of different manufacturers. It's just super cool to just have so many of these late models finally being released. So they made a mold and they are just going for it, especially with the 124s. This has been a lot of great diecast for the late model fans, and hopefully this will be another great add to your collection. If you're an Erik Jones fan, you definitely want to have this. It's super cool to have if you have like a favorite cup driver, but they also have cars from other series. It's just kind of fun to collect because it's something different. Of course, Erik Jones is driver number 43 for Legacy Motor Club. So basically, towards the end of the year in 2023, when they announced they were going to Toyota, they pretty much took this paint scheme, this late model, and turned it into a Camry because of the Toyota partnership coming back for Erik Jones. I've always been super happy that Erik Jones became a Toyota driver again. I really like Erik Jones as a driver. I think he's really cool. And the fact that he kind of started with Toyota to return to them after his couple of years at Chevrolet, it's obviously really, really cool. So with the little bit of the story out of the way, let's finally get this diecast review on. So in the front right here, you have the Toyota Camry XSE, the old one that ran from 2017 to 2021. Fun fact about this is kind of an inaccuracy, because if you look at the real life late model, it's a pro late model. And the thing with some of these cars is that every late model that Lionel did is on one generic mold, right? Every single car is on this one mold. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like it's more representative of a super late model, which is different from a pro late model. They did not make a different mold for the pro late model. So it just kind of gives the paint scheme a slightly different, like wider look, just because it just looks sort of like the decals and everything are on the same, they're the same size, but it's just on a different mold. And on top of that, the Camry on the real Vast Racing Products Pro late model, it was actually the older style Camry. It pretty much had 2015 headlights and the 2010 through 2012 grille style. So technically this is not super accurate. It's a little bit changed, but honestly it kind of looks better with this Camry. I honestly think this Camry style, it honestly makes this look better. I don't know, that's just me, regardless if it's accurate or not. You have Vast Racing Products in the hood right there, no windshield banner. Usually the Snowball Derby cars will have the series logo and then the Pro late model or Snowball Derby logo up here, but it's just the blank Authentics look with the white chassis. On the sides of this car, you're gonna have the number 4 Erik Jones up there, his name. Let's just zoom in so that we can get better looks at it. Obviously, you're gonna have the Hoosier tires. They run different tires than the NASCAR stock cars do. Of course, you got number 4, you have Erik Jones, you have the little exhaust port, Erik Jones Foundation with the 3 little symbols underneath. You have Vast Racing Products truck, and let's see if I can read what that says. It's a little bit hard, a little bit difficult to read it. I think that's the same logo that's back here too, isn't it? What does that say? Battery? P1 battery? I believe that's what that says right there. On the back of the car, you have the Toyota logo. You got Vast Racing Products, number 4 truck, and that P1 battery logo again, the number 4. On the deck lid, you have Energy Products, and on the roof, you have number 4 on the top. So without further ado, now we got all the sponsors out of the way, let's look at the paint scheme of this car. So you have a really nice, like, navy blue, like a dark navy blue type color. But then when you look at, the mold, the ridges of the hood or the deck lid, it kind of has like a lighter blue to it. It's honestly, the reason why it kind of does that, to me, it might be because the paint might have like 2 different shades. So like when you spray paint it, like, when you spray paint like a color and then like the little ridges, the outliners make slightly different color, a little darker or brighter. To me, when you look at it, it kind of gives it like, it looks like it's trying to like shine, which honestly kind of looks really cool. The numbers, you're going to have the red outline, a dark navy blue outline with the white number fill-in with a pretty cool looking font. It's got the little slash through the number, which honestly looks really cool. Really, this looks like it could literally become iconic, that number font. It just looks super good. Obviously, it's different from the Stewart-Haas number 4, obviously, because this is not a Stewart-Haas late model. But nonetheless, really cool looking number. I really like that. And of course, it's going to have no number on the front and on the back. It's just on the back, but not on the front. And just the other sides of the car have the number. So that's pretty much your number, color, font, and placement. Now for the paint scheme. It's going to start off with the black splitter, which actually does have some blue showing through it. I don't know if that's like a paint defect, but if you're looking at it normally, that would be a black splitter in the front. If you look underneath, there you go. There's your black splitter. And then you have your black spoiler on the back. No roof rails, it's just a smooth top for late model cars. And then starting for the paint scheme, you're going to have the red bottom to it. So it's kind of like a red stripe. And it's the thickest stripe, so you're going to see a lot of the red. So you're going to have that going all across the sides of the car and onto the back, onto the quarter panels, pretty much wrapping all around. And then you're going to have a white stripe that it's spaced out. And then it's going to be a slightly thinner line on the top. So the thin white line, and it's going to be spaced out between the thicker red line. So it kind of gives it that like racing stripe look, which is honestly really cool. It's like sort of like a retro style stripe design. It's not bad looking at all. And then on the top you have these very Chevy Camaro looking stripes. Honestly, just when you look at it, it kind of looks like, like a Camaro stripe, especially like a later model Camaro. You're gonna have the 2 bits of the red stripes, and then you're gonna have the white stripe in the middle. It's thin, so like that it fits right between, leaving some of the blue to still show through it. And the stripe is pretty much going to go all across the top, from the hood to the roof to the deck lid of this car. And then when you look at the very, very front of it, the very end, it's going to have like a slight like point to it. It's kind of pointing towards the front like an arrow a little bit. And then it's just going to pretty much go all around the car, and then the back. But that navy blue really makes the rest of the colors stand out. Obviously, these are the colors of the sponsor. If you look at the logo, you're going to kind of see similar colors on the logo. So obviously, it's a really, really cool paint scheme. Like, it's simple, but something about it just works. It would be really cool if this sponsor would probably bring this paint scheme to the Cup Series. Because if you look at Erik Jones's like sponsors, Vast Racing Products is one of his major sponsors. So it wouldn't surprise me if they ever did sponsor the Cup Series, unless they only make parts for the late models. But other than that, really cool diecast. I'm really happy this one got made, because this is a really good looking late model. I'll give you guys a 360 view of this car. So here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Is that a little chip? Nah, it's just some like decal fold, paint fold. Here's the hood right there. Here's the right side of this car. Got a bit of a decal little slash there, which is kind of unfortunate, but here's the right side of the car. Here's the back. Very thin pack to these cars. Here's the deck lid. Here is the roof and the top profile of this car. Here's the left side, which is the same as the right side as far as I can tell. And then here is the chassis. Of course, these late models are still built pretty much like normal stock cars, the way they used to be, so that's why you see the under tray and all that stuff. Or not the under tray, the overall chassis detail. You can see the exhaust, the bars, the truck arm suspension, the fuel cell. I really liked when you could see all this stuff. It's kind of a shame that the next gens, because they have under trays, you can't really see all the cool details like this. But other than that, folks, that has been Erik Jones and his 2023 Vast Racing Products late model for the number 4 of Erik Jones. Really, really cool. I really like this diecast. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. It's just awesome. It's another thing. Just so awesome to have a late model Camry in the collection finally. Really cool. And of course, Erik Jones just having another diecast of his. I'm telling you, if you are an Erik Jones fan, if you're a late model collector, you would definitely like to have this for your stop motions and all sorts of things, because it's a new number, a different manufacturer, and it's just, you know, a new sponsor. It's just everything about this diecast is so cool and unique. And I'm not sure how rare is this car. Is this going to be like a rare, hard to find diecast later on in its life cycle? That's just something we'll have to find out. Is this going to be a hard to find car down the road? We'll just have to see. I just feel like this diecast has that going for it. So if you ever see this diecast, pick it up. It is not going to be like a Dale Jr. car where you kind of see Dale Jr. all the time, or Josh Berry or any of those types. This one is definitely going to be one you're going to be wishing you had if you didn't pick this up. I'm telling you, this is a great diecast to add to your collection. So that has been the review of this Erik Jones late model. Thank you all for checking out this video. Comment, like, and subscribe for more videos here on Circle Club Entertainment. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.